Hello there, freaks and fools. It's April 1st. That means we can be a little bit clown around towny. We gotta go clowning around town here. And by clowning around town, I mean just kind of building in Minecraft. Well, Melly's in April 2nd. Hi, Melly. Welcome to the Twitch stream. It only sent once for me. I think it was just a weird error on your part. But hello, welcome to Tiny Window Minecraft. Hello, welcome to slightly uncrisp footage Minecraft. But that's just part of the charm. That has nothing to do with technical limitations. That was a the quality of this gameplay is a complete um, aesthetic decision on my part. Let's see. What does Risky have to say? Glitchmaster 69420. Hi, Risky. Uh, Risky. What should I call Risky? Risky Property. I could call him Risky. In investments. Risky investments. There. That's that's the best comeback I can come up with. Hi, Melly. Hi, Melly. Risky belongings. Risky belongings. Risky possessions. Yeah, we got all kinds of funnies for the April Fools. I just need to hope that my PC doesn't decide to prank me and do that weird freezing thing again. And it's kind of weird because after I gotta break it in. I gotta let the game break in a little bit. I gotta. It's like a finicky um, mini bike engine in the cold where I got to kickstart it a few times before it kind of heats up and kind of takes off, and then I got to let it run for a minute before I can take the choke off. So, and by that I mean I got to let it run for a while before I can make my window any bigger and give you crisper, more quality content. I really don't understand. Yeah, I reinstalled Java. I don't get it. I'm just gonna assume that my computer is playing a silly little prank on me. But, you know, is what it is, I guess. Is what it is. How you doing, Melly? You doing good? You doing good? Popping in on a Thursday morning for you? European. Here's the auto sorter. I'm getting it pretty operational, all things considered. All things considered. I'm so this is got netherrack here. Got it sorting out blackstone. Over here, I might have it sort out some griddles, some gas griddles right next to the blackstones, and on this side, I'll have silly little colors. So here's the silly little colors, but I need to add more colors. I need to add more colors to my colorful colors. Melly says meh. I'm pretty meh, she says. Well, meh is that can mean a few things. Oh, Risky's going on about the HOA again. Oh, there is no HOA. I abolished it. I abolished the HOA. Melly says, what does meh mean to you? Meh, to me, it kind of means I don't know, it's kind of like a vague, it's kind of vague. It's kind of vague. Meh could mean just kind of neutral, kind of maybe a little bit like bland content, or meh could mean kind of bad, kind of stinky, but somewhere in the bland zone. But you know how gray areas are. That's kind of what it means to me. Oh, well, that's basically how Melly feels. Well, I guess that mood has been captured pretty well then. You know, this auto sort is actually doing pretty good. I've been throwing some random crap in here, and it has been sorting through, and I felt pretty good about that. I've never really gotten an auto sorter done before. There's gonna be some like weird scrap blocks at the very end, and I might have those filter through to the bottom, and maybe that's where the copper golems will come in, just for that last little leg of, just like random whatnots, like fences and walls and stuff like that. I feel like the copper golem would be good for whatnots. I don't know. Melly says, I've had thoughts of maybe giving Hypixel one more chance. Oh, that's cool. I liked your yeah, back to the OG place. Just make sure not to get into any more weird drama. I'm not saying it was your fault, but but I don't know, just try and avoid it, I guess. Yeah. I don't some kind of weird drama something people I don't know. You didn't cause any problems. Oh, Melly says there's even more nasty people on Hypixel now. Oh, why they gotta be that way? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't advise you to join under a secret identity or anything, but I don't know. For those who don't know, Melly has like enemies on Hypixel for some reason. Like, I don't know. It's a whole deal. Melly's fine. Yeah, you gotta, for the sake of bored hangout. That's right. Yeah, it's the ops. That's right. You gotta get rid of the ops, Melly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm look. If I knew how to get rid of ops, then I'd have a playbook for you. But I'm not exactly the best at navigating conflicts. All right, I'm gonna get a few more colors of terracotta in here. I want purple. I want magenta, and I want pink. And I think that'll be all. Oh, maybe cyan too. Cyan would be nice. That is a nice color that I haven't really got to deal with too much yet. Oh, transphobes, homophobes, all the weird people on Hypixel. Oh, I'm sorry, Melly. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Hit him with the gay roller. I don't know. I don't know. It's one thing, I don't like to cause problems, but sometimes problems find me. That's how it feels sometimes. Or maybe I just have like a victim mentality. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't want it to swing too far in the other direction, but I guess, I guess you could get some reparations of some sort from the Hypixel nut jobs. Oh, hey, Risky. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Oh, I'm just kind of unwinding. I'm just kind of getting wound up a little bit, but a little bit, just for the stream. But yeah, it's been one heck of a week. Yeah, you know, Oh, I just heard someone's breaking into my house. It probably would help, Melly, just with your proposal. Like, oh, hello. Um, it would definitely help them. You know, if you were to like swap bodies for a day or something, or just swap personalities for a day, I guess it would probably make someone a little more empathetic, maybe. Yeah, you see, Risky swaps personalities all the time. I kind of do as well. It's like I've got my morning stream alter ego. I have an alter ego. Some people can't handle that. Some people don't like that. I don't even like it sometimes, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so what terracotta colors do I need? What terracotta colors do I need? I need pink, purple, cyan, and pink, purple, cyan. Um, I guess that's all of them. Yeah, that's right. We are all prisoners of the flesh. We are prisoners. That's the truth. That's the truth. We are all bound by our own bodies and our own makeup. It's kind of metal, a little bit. It's kind of metal. It's like hatching from a dried out cocoon. We are all worms and bugs, and we all writhe and squirm. One day we'll dry out, and then the next day we'll hatch. Some of us will emerge even more disgusting, but some of us will emerge triumphant. Do you know that caterpillars like dissolve whenever they're in the cocoon? Like they melt. They melt. Like it's like a completely different creature that emerges. Well, I felt like cocoons were kind of relevant to the flesh prison conversation. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Well, and there we go. There we go. You see, the I'm not the first person who's caught on to the cocoon thing. Then, yeah, eggs, cocoons. Eggs are also topical because it's Easter this weekend, and I'm going to do an egg stream. I thought last Sunday was going to be Easter, but I got a little ahead of myself. Time's going fast, but not as fast as I think it is. We love egg maxing. It's gonna be egg-tastic. Egg-tastic. Does anybody have any Easter plans, by the way? Oh wow, I didn't realize you transitioned that recently, Melly. I thought, huh? It's a whole new world, I guess. It's always interesting, just seeing the different kind of avenues that people take to to come to those realizations, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense that you'd have to do some, I guess, research and stuff. Let's see. So got some magenta going on here. Get the magenta. Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes, whenever people make changes in their lives, I think that really is kind of an interesting point that you brought up about that. It's like, whenever someone makes a big change in their life, there's often like years and years of like foundation that have been building up, and then like whenever someone actually does do the thing, that's like the the flowering of it or something. You know, it's really interesting because like that's how I am. Like something will pop into my head and it'll just kind of stay there for a while and nothing will really like come of it. But then one day it's just like, oh wait a minute, okay, here we go, here we go. The idea's happening. The idea's happening. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I guess once you start kind of going, once you start kind of acting on a certain line of thought, then it becomes quite a bit easier. Then it becomes quite a bit easier. I underwent some like serious changes, at least whenever it came to how I thought of the world and stuff. Whenever I was in high school, during COVID and all of that, and I think part of that was just I had a lot of time to myself just to think and breathe for a minute, and whenever you have time just to kind of sit and think and breathe, I feel like it's quite a bit easier to you know, kind of reason with yourself a little bit instead of constantly being bogged down by, the daily grind of things. So that's kind of what helped me kind of change my outlook on the world. But if you're just kind of fighting against the constant motion, it will happen, but just more gradually. Yeah. I suppose we all have, our own preferences on just how to how to do things, I guess. How to go through the world. Huh. Oh. Well, that's you know, it's always good to like, I don't know. I mean, it's got to be nice to have like groups of people or like I guess yeah, just like groups that you can kind of identify with. So it's good that you're kind of figuring out your identity and stuff, Melly. I'm still like I don't know. I've been kind of in a little bit of an identity crisis myself for like just like with college and stuff ending, it's like, oh God, here comes another one of those transitional times in my life, and I'm like, oh God, just let me land somewhere and let me just, I just want to land somewhere and like stay there until I go become old and like rot. Just let me rot. Let me just do the. I I just let me do the thing for like a few decades, and then I'll just go into my grave a happy, fulfilled man. Potential has been the greatest oppressor in my life. I swear. Oh. So by suppressing your thoughts, Melly, do you mean like you haven't been like outwardly honest enough with people? Or I mean I get that way. I do get that way from time to time where I'll just kind of grit my teeth and smile through a lot of things, even if I shouldn't be. But, you know, in a lot of cases, I kind of feel like I have my hands tied a little bit. Oh, Melly's, Melly says, for example, oh, I see. I see, Melly, I see. Yeah, yeah, like whenever you say, no, that's not me. Yeah, I get that. I just gave up on trying to figure out what the me is a while ago. He's in there somewhere. He's in there somewhere. He's doing the thing. I don't know. I've just kind of put the whole definitions thing on the back burner a little bit. There's definitely something that defines me, and it'd probably be better figured out by like a shrink or something. Let's see. And Risky says, for me, it was hard at the end of college because I went from hanging out with friends 24/7 to being much more alone as we all got jobs in different places. Oh yeah, that does suck, kind of like splitting up and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I can definitely see that. I don't know. I've been a little bit of a recluse for the past 4 years, so honestly, losing friend groups isn't necessarily going to be one of my problems whenever I'm leaving college, for better or for worse. So I don't know. If some job needs me to relocate to somewhere, at least I'll be able to do that without uh, really having any second thoughts about it. That's the silver lining, at least. Oh, I'm just kind of like socially awkward. I don't know. It was easier whenever I was in high school because I was like the awkward, like chubby kid who just kind of like stood in the back of the classroom. I don't really have that luxury anymore. I don't. I don't know. And it also doesn't help that, like, yeah, like friend groups and stuff. I did have a pretty solid friend group in high school, but yeah, I don't know. It was mostly just because I made one friend in second grade who ended up like making all the other friends. So I was just like along for the ride. So I didn't really have to do all the awkward socializing. That one friend just made all the other friends for me. Or maybe that friend just made all the friends and I just kind of inherited whatever friends that friend had, but it worked. Uh, Risky says, "Do you need a bunch of cactus?" Yeah, I could use a little bit. Really, I just need just enough cactus. I just need some green dye to fill out my colors, my terracotta colors. Melly says, "My bestie left to go to another school by the time we were like 14, which is year 9 here." Oh yeah, that's about right. Oh, Got some cactus? Oh man, that's cactacular. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's probably too much risky. I don't have enough inventory for that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, hold on, hold on. Oh, whoa, go, God, good God, you're puking it out. Oh god, I need more. Hold on, hold on. I need some shulker boxes for this. This is real deal. This is real deal cactusing. Yeah, COVID kind of threw us all for a ringer, especially with like, oh god, no, not the, oh man, not the cactus splooge, risky. Come on now, don't be nasty, don't be nasty. Oh no, why did I say that? Okay, yeah, but COVID kind of threw us all for a ringer a little bit. It did for me. It did for everybody. Now I'm just kind of like the weird recluse that plays Minecraft all the time. I guess I could have a worse lot in life. At least I'm not like the Unabomber or anything. I guess. Am I allowed to say that on Twitch? I probably just like did a no-no thing. Well, you see, Risky, we tend to be more satisfied when we set low bars. I don't know. Yeah. Smelt these cactuses into pulp. That's right. And that's not to say I've had a pretty decent online social life, so that's kind of filled in the gaps and kept me from really going stir crazy. My online friends have been there, so it's it's not too bad. I feel like I feel like the whole social life thing is probably going to get quite a bit better whenever I get into grad school too, just because I'll be kind of probably a little bit more act like just like in one spot. So, you know, I'm reasonably optimistic for the next few years. That's why I'm not completely losing it right now because I know it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. That's right. That's right. No, I'm really not too worried. Really not too worried. All right, so now we have some nice delicious terracotta flavors here. Now we need to get some magenta and we need some pink to fill in our block palette in the auto sorter. We need some funky colors to really spice up life around here in Alabamaville. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna have a little assortment of colors because I feel like if I just have them in the auto sorter on hand, I'll probably use them eventually. I'll save. I'm not gonna put like concrete and stuff in the auto sorter just because I feel like I'm gonna just do that like on a case by case thing because I use terracotta more than I use concrete. So I'll just have this little palette on hand 'cause this is my most used kind of stuff. I like how muted the colors are. Some people might call them drab, but I think they're just right. I think they're just right. Oh, I'm good. I'm good on the cacti, Risky. Thank you, though. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh wow. Well, hey, Melly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good accomplishment. I mean, 50 friends, that's a good, that's a good bunch. That's a good bunch of friends. Ain't nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, I already had green. That's alright, I'll just throw it in there. Alright, so we got green, blue, light blue. We need cyan. I feel like cyan should go... I'm going to move cyan. I'm going to move it. Or, no, I'm going to put cyan... I'm going to put cyan in between blue and light blue. I think that'll do. And it rhymes. Who knew? Well, you know, I think it's better to make a friend and lose a friend than to not have made a friend at all. I mean, I don't know. It depends on if those friends became enemies or not, I guess. You know, I don't know. I don't know. What's that saying? It's better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all. Is that the saying? I guess that's up to your interpretation as to whether or not that's a good thing, but it just means you've lived, I guess. At least you can say that. Means you're on the move socially. Oh. Well, Melly's made a few enemies over the years. I feel like I've made a few enemies too, but not very. I've made like a few, maybe. Definitely turned people away. But, we all have our gaffes, I suppose. Our social gaffes. Our faux pas that we do. Oh, I want a magenta to be in there. Yeah, get over here. Get over here, pink terracotta. Here. See, I'm going to put magenta in there. And I'm going to put pink in there. And I think that's about all the colors I'd like to have. Risky says, several years ago, I met a guy at summer camp and we swore an oath to duel to death in 20 years. I messaged him every year on Cinco de Mayo. Oh. Well, has it been 20 years? Are you going to duel to death, Risky? Oh, Risky says, we have 7 years until I might die in a duel. Oh, you can't, that's not TOS, Risky. You gotta say unalive. You gotta say unalive here. Man. Well, have fun with that. Is that your enemy, Risky? Is that who you made enemies with? Oh, and then Melly says, I remember when I spoke up to my first ever ex for the first time after years of not speaking. They told me our old mutual friend basically turned on them for some stuff I don't remember, and that they probably turned on me too. Oh, what can you do? What can you do? Let's see. Let me just check my colors real quick. I left a couple of colors out, but, if I ever need them, I'll just make them. So we have red, orange, yellow. I like this orange. That's a nice orange. Yellow, lime, green, blue, cyan, light blue, purple, magenta, and pink. I think that's a good assortment of colors I have, and these are just kind of nice Nice terracotta colors that I feel like I'll use quite a bit. Any other things I'll just kind of make specialty just for specific projects. This is mostly meant just to kind of be a storage facility for raw materials. And I'll let the again I'll just let the copper golems deal with the whatnots. Yeah. And then Melly's Toxic X, who is her true op. Yeah, we love a good storage system, don't we? Yeah. I quite like the look of this storage system, how it's starting to look. Although it's half as efficient as it could be because, you've got all these columns in the way, but whatever. It'll get the job done. It'll get the job done, and it'll do it stylishly. Melly says, the storage system makes me think of like some Victorian era factory building. Well, I did take a few cues from like historic industrial architecture, such as the use of bricks. Bricks are a mass-produced material. I mean, there is kind of some historicizing elements to it. Oh, you're right. There's no sprinkler system. What if a fire happens? What if a fire happens? Oh, you're right, Risky. You're right. You're right. I overlooked it. I overlooked that. But you see, this is Victorian style. We don't care too much for safety here. Oh, drainage permits. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. It doesn't rain in the desert. It doesn't rain in the desert, Risky. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't go on about the footers. Don't go on about the footers, Risky. You're not going to see any feet on this stream. Get out of here. There's flammable blocks. Yeah, there's some flammable blocks. Oh no, no, not the no, no. There's no frost heaving in the desert, Risky. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's no frost here. Believe it'll be fine. Look, it's just a simple slab foundation. That's all you need in this climate. Okay, that's all you need. Good matte foundation for the loose sediments below. That's all you need. That's all you need, Risky. A state design release? No. No, wetlands. There's no wetlands here. What are you talking about? No, 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 no. There's no ecological damage being done by this project. I mean, what did I disrupt? A few cactuses and dead bushes? Look at all this. Look at all this. Oh, oh. No, no, don't do that, Risky. Don't do that. No, no, it's fine. We're up to code. We're up to code here. I swear we are. I swear we are. I don't need. I know. I might need to take this to court though. I might need to take this one to court. If anything, to prove my innocence here, because I'm being targeted. I'm being targeted by the opposition, by the ops, if you will, and that is, quite frankly, unacceptable, and will not be permitted on these premises. Melly says, I saved phosphorus in court twice. If you can save phosphorus in court, you're probably a pretty good lawyer. Okay. Okay, I see. I see Sally Goodman. I see. Alright, well, I'll hire Melly. Alright, what should I add to the What should I add to the to this thing next? Also, I need to add a tag to my stream because now it's nighttime. So now since it's a nighttime stream, now I can use the chill tag. So I'm just gonna pop that one in there, the chill tag, so everybody knows that this is a chill nighttime stream. So there we go. I updated that. There we go. There we go. That seems to be a fairly attractive tag. Trial by combat, Melly says. I can only imagine what it's like dealing with the permit office, Risky. That's a fate I wish on nobody. I have a family member that works for one of the permit offices, and I don't know, there's, you know, not in my backyard, not in my backyard. People wonder why nothing can be done nowadays. I mean, on one hand, it does ensure the safety or whatever of the community, but then there's just times where the bounds are completely overstepped, and in order to get anything done, then you have to start having to negotiate with the local, like, the boards, the local boards, and like rallying people and stuff. Like, I don't know. It just seems to hamper progress a little bit. But that's how municipal negotiations tend to go, I guess. That's bureaucracy for you. It's if the world was perfect, a bureaucracy probably would be pretty effective, but as the world is today, it probably should have been implemented at least a little bit later. As for if I run Alabamaville or not, that's kind of a that's kind of a little bit of a, I don't know. I don't really know if I run. Oh no. Oh no, my game froze. Oh god. Oh god. Yep, there we go. It happened. I just got pranked. You see that? Did you see that, Melly? Did you see that? Oh. I'm mayor of Alabamaville, you say? My game just like died. I just had a little net poop. I gotta like restart it. But in the meantime, while I restart my game from an inexplicable like freeze, I don't know if you witnessing that, Melly, managed to help pinpoint whatever the problem is a little better, but yeah, that just happened. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm gonna like change it to the Glueberg. We haven't done Glueberg in a while. So who are we gonna add to the Glueberg? Who are we gonna add to the Glueberg? Whilst my Minecraft re-goes. Who are we gonna add? Officer Brick. We're gonna add Officer Brick to the Berg. Officer Brick, Officer Brick. Let me just find a little piece of freaking printer paper here. Where's a freaking sheet of freaking printer paper at? There. Here's a little notepad. Here, let me just rip this little piece off of this notepad here. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's add, there. There we go. There we go. All right. Then I'll write a name on this little slip of paper that I have, Officer Brick. Okay. There is Officer Brick's name. Hi, Officer Brick. Hi, Officer Brick. I'm gonna add you to the Glueberg. I know you can't read that, but you're just gonna have to, oh, I got some nasty long nails, don't I? I gotta trim my nails. You see that? I got some, like, cheese growing under there. I need to trim my nails. What the heck? Should I add a fingernail to the Glueberg? Here's an idea. Also, I'm going to do paint. I'm going to do paint tonight. Because, also, let me just make sure. Try and get Minecraft running again in the background. Oh. Alright, there. It looks like Minecraft is plugging along for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna blob some like purple on there, because purple is a silly color for April Fools. So there we go. There's Officer Brick in the Glueberg. There we go. There's our little ritual. I haven't done that in a little while. So there we go. There we go. Alright, let's see what chat has to say. Oh, gee whiz. I sure hope the game doesn't inexplicably freeze again. Yeah. Let's see, what does Risky have to say? What does Risky Property have to say? Yeah, it's not an HOA thing. It's a county planning thing. They're worried about every little thing. I'm trying to talk them out of making me add like 70 trees as a landscaping buffer against the neighbor, which is literally an empty farm field. But the field is zoned for residential, so it needs a big buffer according to the rules. But I'm like, why the freak would the cows care? Oh, I see. Sound buffers. Well, I don't know. Sound buffer. Could you? Would it be more? Probably not. But would it be more economical to put up some kind of wall, like sound wall? Have you looked into that? I mean, I don't know. I know that counts as a sound buffer. I don't feel like self-storage units would be that loud unless you're like driving forklifts around, but even then. Oh, just visuals. Oh, just visuals. God forbid people see their infrastructure. I don't know. I mean, we have self-storage units near where I live, and they're just kind of out in the open. And I mean, my eyes aren't bleeding out, but I'm sure you could propose some kind of compromise, Risky. I mean, trees are nice at least. Uh, at least you get to enjoy the trees too. But what if you put up like a large fence that you can't see through, like a large picket fence? Would that appease them? Would that appease the county? Or maybe you could try to negotiate with them and say, well, since you said I had to plant all these trees here, you'll have to fund the trees or something. Like I don't know. I don't quite. Fences are expensive, Risky says. Some kind of visual buffer. So it has to be trees, they're saying. It has to be trees. Trees are also expensive. That's right. Maybe like go out into the woods or something and like just kind of, you know, just kind of grab a few. Just kind of like, just 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 go out there with a shovel and find some random saplings. Would anyone really notice? It's probably not a good idea to do that. Don't ever take my slightly dodgy advice, Risky. 70 trees. 70 trees. How much does a single tree sell for? Like, what's the cheapest tree you can buy? Oh, hey, Tigadzi. I think that's how your name is pronounced. Welcome back. I remember you. Welcome back. Tigadzi says, I found out which came first between the chicken and the egg. Oh, we're getting back into egg zone. We've been talking a little bit about eggs this stream. You know, Easter's coming up. Which came first, Godsey? T-Godsey? T-God? The T-Goat? The egg. The egg came first. Oh. Well, that's quite fascinating. I don't really know what came first. I think they just kind of showed up. I think they just kind of showed up at the same time. Maybe the first one came from a spawn egg. Oh yeah, you're right, Melly. I've been giving out dodgy legal advice. You were disclaimed. You were all disclaimed. I I do not offer sound legal advice. Don't. Yeah, I'm giving out dodgy suggestions that should absolutely not be taken. Yeah, you can send me the landscape ordinance, Risky. I can't say that I would offer any solutions that would help. I mean, trees are pretty much the buffer whenever it comes to stuff like that. I doubt the county would budge. They don't seem very visionary. Why did the egg come first? Why? Was it because the first chicken came from the spawn egg? I mean, that's kind of how it works in Minecraft. I don't know, the chickens just kind of showed up. What am I doing? I'm piddling around because I don't have a clear goal. I don't have a clear goal in life, so I must find something to do. Let's see. Let's see here. I've got some nether blocks. Got netherrack. Got blackstone. What should go in these chests? These two chests in between the colored terracotta and the nether stuff. I mean, I could do another blackstone, I guess. It's not really a material I have that much of, though. Basalt? Maybe I'll use basalt for something in the future, but I don't know. I want this to be materials that I'll have a lot of. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that one open-ended. Maybe I'll just see what I need more of after all this is said and done. What storage I need more of. Yeah, I was a fish once. I was a fish once. Melly's talking about the land walking, the land walking fish. I was a fish once. I came from the sea. They used to call me the Ocean Man. I came from an egg laid by a fish, and I hatched on land. That's why they call me the Ocean Man. Oh my god. Risky says one tree is $300 to $500. Well, let's take an average and say 400. 400 times 70. 4 times 7, that's 28. So what? Is that like... Oh. $28,000? Is that how much they want you to spend on trees? Am I mathing right? I think so. That kind of sucks. That sucks. Well, can it be a write-off? Is that like something you can like turn into a write-off, Risky? Also, I have a question, Melly. How do we go from the egg thing to like the whole mammal pregnancy thing? I don't. That seems like a big jump. I never quite got that. Oh no, Tikatsu's talking about the Lorax again. Oh, you all, Melly and Risky, you weren't here for the Lorax discussion. Oh, I I've been dressing far too incidentally Onceler-like lately. Oh God, I remember I remember the Lorax. I know what I'm gonna put up there. I'm gonna put stone bricks up there. I'm gonna do stone bricks and no, I want stone bricks to be on the lower level. The lower level is gonna be all the refined blocks and wood. Oh, drawing blanks here. Calcite. I need some calcite storage. I have a lot of obsidian floating around too, so I'll just put calcite and obsidian. Those two go pretty good together. So I'll just throw those in those little bonus chests. You'd be surprised how much obsidian I just have floating around. So yeah, I'll just throw that in there. There we go. That'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah. No, I know it takes a long time for like the whole evolutionary process to take place, Melly. It's just like is it's kind of like there's like these weird transitionary periods, like how do you go from eggs to like the whole mammal thing? Maybe is just like a horrific mutation that happened at some point, which it could be. Maybe that's where it started. Just like some kind of dumb luck incident. No, we're all over the place right now. We're talking about eggs. We're talking about Loraxes. we're chat's all over the place. Oh, night night, Risky. Night night. Looks like looks like Rickler the Pickler is signing off. I hope you have a good night. All right, so I think I think I only have the ground floor now to deal with. So we got all that filled. Yeah, yeah, I got all that filled. I think I have this side filled too. Let's see. No, I don't. Oh my god. Oh, well, no. Just these two, just these two. So I need to figure out what to put in these two. And then we'll be home free, I believe. Yeah, I do a little bit of building off camera, T-Godsey. And building on camera. I did some morning streams. I have two very opposite time windows to which I can stream. So, yeah, I did some morning streams. Oh yeah, the appendix. I kind of wish. No, I kind of wish like my appendix still worked instead of it just being like a random thing in my body that could swell up and explode and kill me at any moment. I feel like I could actually use my appendix. Like I would like to be able to eat grass. Then it would have a use. then it would have a use. Yeah. Believe me, my appendix worked. I'd take it for a spin. I would eat bugs and leaves and stuff, just as God intended. I think I think the next medical breakthrough should be appendix repair surgery or appendix revitalization surgery. You know, there are some people that do have functional appendixes. You ever heard of Terrare? Have you all heard of Terrare? I feel like he had a functional appendix or something. He was able to eat a lot. Maybe too much. Tigazzi says, "You have never eaten a chocolate-covered cricket." I've had chocolate-covered ants before. They were just like ants that were baked into a chocolate bar. And they're kind of like little Crispies. They're like little delicious Crispies, and I loved how they felt on my teeth. They had a good teeth feel. They had a nice little occasional crunch. Honestly, I thought it was a valid replacement for like popped rice in my chocolate bar. Crunch Bar 2.0 plus protein, Tigazzi, plus protein. That's good. That's really good. Oh, listen. Eat it. I know people are like, oh, eat the bug, eat the bug. You're gonna eat the bug. Bugs are okay food. They are okay food. I've eaten a few bugs in my life that were meant for human consumption, and honestly, they weren't that bad. They weren't that bad. They really weren't. Alright, let's get in here and, I heard that, that deep-fried tarantulas, pardon the withers, I heard that, deep-fried tarantulas actually taste like, fried chicken. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit of an adventurous eater, so, you, you know, um, you can't really trust everything I have to say about culinary things because I have, we'll say, low standards, I guess. Also, why is the prismarine not prismarining? Hello? Thank you for dragging now. I need I need I need prismarine bricks. I'm going to make one for the prismarines. That's not a block I use too often, but I use it every now and then, so I'll throw it in there. I'm just trying to fill it, just do some filler. So, I'll make a slot for a couple of the prismarine varieties. Why not? Why not? Just trying to fill it up here. Let's see. I just need to fill up 2, so I'll do prismarine bricks and do I want to do dark prismarine? I feel like I could use that at some point in the future. Maybe. Melly says human flesh tastes like pork. That she's heard of. She doesn't know that firsthand. I heard you get like some kind of weird like cannibal like mental thing whenever you like do that type of stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. Like it does something to your mind. It's kind of like screwed up. Shut up. These withers are way too loud. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage at the withers. I mean, I heard a story one time on the internet about somebody that had their leg amputated and he made it into tacos for his friends. But that was like consensual, I guess. Consensual leg tacory. Yeah, it's probably best that our bodies are like wired against that. Sometimes our bodies know best. Let's see, what am I going to do about this? I want to have a bunch of packed ice here, but also I want to have Prismarine here. Oh, am I going to have to reorganize crap again? Let's see, what do I have over here? Netherrack, Blackstone, Obsidian. I guess I'll just remove one of the ice ones, one of the packed ice ones, so I can have all three kinds of Prismarine. Also, sorry about the weird window layout. It's it's just like a weird. My computer's screwed up. Oh God, oh God. Let's not get into the island. Let's not talk about the island, Tikatsi. Oh, I've had to deal with enough of that with people on the server talking about that. Yeah, I guess if you really felt like resorting to eating people, I guess yeah, that is a fair point. You would have just overridden a lot of the natural disgust that you would have had for for it in the first place. So that's kind of, I guess, what brings people to be that way. Yeah, it's a night for for silly things and April tomfoolery, even if it is April 2nd for you, which I think it's April 2nd for, well, at least for Melly. Yeah. Yeah, we will resort to tomfoolery instead, and gaffs and other comedic, uh, the comedic downfall of various people on the internet or something. I don't know. Um, Dark Prismarine. Oh, that's a funky. I didn't realize how funky that crafting recipe was. Very strange. Well, I guess I have access to that stuff. Alright, let's go back into the loud room. Let's go back into the loud noise chamber, where the withers are incredibly rude. Alright, there we go. There we go. And let's get out of here. Let's get out of here and just make some dark prismarine, because I feel like I'll probably use that block at some point. It's a nice block. It's a nice block. I feel like I can use that eventually. do I want to have a box for um, that the glowy stuff? I guess I use sea lanterns quite a bit as well. Oh, now I feel like I should relocate my Prismarine reserve. I'm just trying to think this through. There's a lot of thinkery that I have to do here. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, do we really know if I don't really know if my appendix is functioning or not. It could be. It could be. I haven't heard my doctor say anything about it. I don't think my doctor's ever really taken a good look at my appendix before that I know of. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've eaten quite a few questionable things in the past few years, and I don't recall ever getting food poisoning. So maybe I do have a functional appendix. Maybe, maybe I'll go outside and crawl around on all fours right after someone's, trimmed the lawn, and I'll go outside and I'll crawl around on all fours, and I'll get like the green grassy like stuff all over my hands and knees, and I'll pick up a big wad of lawn clippings and I'll shove them down my face, and I will chew them and I will swallow them, and then I'll really see if my appendix works or not. And then I'll eat all the little bugs and things that are in there too, because it's like nature's salad with protein, and it'll be delicious. That's right. We got to take that appendix for a spin. If it really works, we should really, you know, throw it for the ringer. I don't know. I feel like I've been overusing my pancreas lately, though. I really need to lay off the sugar. I'll end up with diabetes and a fatty liver before I know it. I gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. I'm gonna wear it all out. I'm gonna wear it all out. Yeah, I've sampled little drinky drinks before, but oh, I've never really had much of a taste for alcohol. I've wanted to like it. It's just I don't like it. Did, maybe I'm like a maybe I just haven't like had enough to acquire a taste for it, which may be the case, but I've just never been a fan. Never been a fan of the alcohol drinks. I do like the occasional boozy dessert, as long as it doesn't have too much booze in it. Just enough for the flavors instead of that harsh alcohol taste. I don't know. Yeah, I figured it probably tastes nicer whenever you're under the effect of it, but it's probably best that I stay out of that vice, just because I know me, and me would probably overdo it. I'd probably, yeah, I feel like it's like a slippery slope for me if I were to start doing the drinky drinks. I guess probably it's probably best for me just to not get into that too much. I tend to be a little bit impulsive about the things that I enjoy. Hence why, hence why I'm playing Minecraft instead of writing my seminar paper like I'm supposed to be doing right now. 12 pages and they're due 1 week from now. Yippee. Oh yeah, Melly says the most dangerous ones are the ones where you can't taste it. I have heard that before. I have heard that before. Drank him like water. Bet you had a hangover, Melly. Huh. You see, that makes it even worse, because, like... Night, night. Night, night, Darth. Oh, he's the only one left online. Now I'm the only one left online. That's alright, less distractions. Oh. Yeah, cause see that then they drown out the alcohol taste with like sugar and stuff. So it's all kinds of screwed up. Yeah. Oh, I don't drink much. I don't smoke any, but I do eat way too much sugar. I guess we've all got something. We've all got something. Tigatsi says, "Oh, to be a cowboy goose in a little goose village." I'm as confused as you are, Melly. I'm as confused as you are. Alright, so I've moved the Prismarine to the bottom floor, which means I need to find something to add to these chests. I guess I'll re-add the pack dice into this one, because there's going to be more pack dice than blue ice. That's just going to be how all that pans out. So I need to figure out what to put in there. Protector Goose, Decods, he says. I don't know, Melly. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. That is true. Yeah, maybe it's some kind of Tigotzi might be doing some kind of alcohol-induced rambling. I love my alcohol. Oh, that's interesting. Melly says estrogen makes her more prone to getting drunk. Huh. Oh, I didn't know that either. I'm not gonna add any redstone components to the auto sorter because I can like get those for free from the redstone factory. So redstone components are basically disposable now. So that's why I'm just gonna leave them out of this sorter. Along with a lot of other mass-produced blocks. Again, this sorter is mostly meant to just kind of handle the excess clutter that's been accumulating in Alabamaville for the past 5 years. 5 years. Tigotzi says, "I'm coloring a cowboy goose on my coloring book on my iPad." That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like the concept of a cowboy goose. That's cool. It's cool stuff. Maybe, yeah, here, I'll do light gray stained glass and light gray stained glass panes. I think those will go good up there, because I do happen to have quite a bit of those. Though not here, but yeah, that is a glass type I tend to use. There, you can see them in there. There we go. There we go. That's what I'll sort for. So I also use dark gray. Maybe I'll sort for light gray and dark gray glass, but I also use white glass. Oh no! Oh no! Melly says, I sound icky and British. Oh. Sometimes I don't really know what to think of my own voice. I try not to think of it too much just because, I don't know, unless I made a concerted effort to. The voice is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta learn to embrace what's there, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you could have like anti-British hypnotism or something. Yeah. Oh, all of us Americans here, we're all things is a little bit screwed up across the pond. Things is a little bit screwed up in lots of places. It's just kind of a screwy decade, isn't it? Let's see here. I'm trying to sort things. So maybe I'll here. I'll put the netherrack right here. I'll move the netherrack right here, and then that leaves me 3 open slots over here. But I need enough for light gray and dark gray stained glass, but I also need white stained glass. Maybe I should put the stained glass on the bottom floor too? I don't really know if I want to put it down there though. Maybe I can move... I need to move something to the bottom floor. I can't... The, 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 the colored terracotta is here to stay. I can't do anything about that. Oh god. I know, T Godsey. I'm going around in circles about this glass here. It's kind of screwed up. I don't know how to organize. Just trying to get this all nice and neat. Look, here's the glass. Why did I make boxes for flint and nether wart? Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Maybe I don't need 2 boxes for glass. Maybe this is glass blocks, glass panes. White, white panes. Light gray panes. Dark gray panes. That's how it's getting organized. Now let me... But where's the ice gonna go? Oh, nuts! Nuts! Where's the ice gonna go? What's over here? I'll put the ice over here. The ice can go over here. Okay. Okay, I figured it out. I figured it out. Get the warts out of here. Get the flint out of here. What the heck am I doing? I've found room for all of my glass types. I have my types. Here. Here. Here we go. Here we go. There. Wait. Huh? Where's the netherrack gonna go? Oh. No. I'm gonna move the netherrack somewhere. It's gonna have it to move its butt. I could have, yeah. Yeah, I could have like another block chest. I guess I could, because I just have a lot of netherrack, but then again, it's not really a block I'm going to use very much now, is it? What am I going to use netherrack for? Like fireplaces? Is it really that necessary to store that much? I'm never going to build with it. The most I'm ever going to use it for is to smelt into nether bricks to make red nether bricks with. Like, that's the only thing I'm ever going to use netherrack for, so maybe I'll just omit it. Maybe it's really not necessary to have in the sorter netherrack. I'm never gonna build with it. Maybe maybe I can like root netherrack. Maybe I'll make like another line that'll sort netherrack just over to the super smelter, so it'll just automatically smelt all the netherrack I ever put in there because I really don't have much use for it other than as bricks. Oh God, I hate using my brain. I really hate braining. Melly, are you the transgender Truman Show? I feel like I feel like the very act of like streaming is very Truman Show esque. Oh geez, yeah, you do gotta go soon, Melly. Good God, 5 a.m. Yeah, you gotta get some Z's in, bestie. You gotta curb that what is it that insomnia of yours. It's not healthy. Insomnia is not good. All right, I'm gonna move the ice. Oh well, that's good, Melly. At least you can sleep in tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be up pretty late this weekend. This weekend, what do I need to do this weekend? I gotta write that stupid huge paper this weekend. I need to write 12 pages, Chicago style. What am I writing about? What am I writing about? Um, Union Terminal, Cincinnati. 12-page paper. Oh God, I hate papers. I hate papers so much. I hate writing papers. Oh, oh, but Melly says I've felt nothing but basically pure tiredness, but apparently one day off and I'm fine, so. Yeah, I don't know either, Melly. I don't know either. Are you fine? Just, just hang in there. That's all I gotta say. We're all just kind of hanging in there. There we go. Here, I'll clean all this out. I'm gonna move the packed ice over here. I know I'm gonna do some infrastructure stuff, so I'll just have the packed ice on hand. It's not. This won't be adequate packed ice storage, but it's just nice to have some. Just a nice little reserve. You never know. You never know. So that's packed ice. I need to label all these too. You see, there's so much. There's so much that goes into this. It's such a process. Melly says, I think I'm definitely off the hinge. I know, I'm trying to beat back this chest monster here. I've come to the conclusion that netherrack is just a garbage block, so I'm just gonna like send it to the smelter. I don't have much to do with netherrack. This is a sorter for useful blocks. I know, yeah, Chestzilla, chest monster, chest puke. Welcome to garbage land. I'm trying to control my trash. I'm trying to curb the trash here. So how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Yeah. Alright, we'll have one section of glass blocks, one section of glass panes. Alright. So we will move the glass panes and yeah. There we go. And alright. So there's the glass panes. That's right. That's right. Then Melly doesn't know about my Wattpad my ventures onto Wattpad. But that did happen. That did happen. That was a true story. Only Tigadzi was here to witness the Wattpad story unfold live in front of a fearful audience. That was my Wattpad Onceler fan fiction. And at the end of the story, they both shared a couple's thneed. A thneed knitted for two. And they lived happily ever after in the deforested world. Uh-oh. Melly's Twitch is breaking. That's unfortunate. Uh-oh, here's Streambo. Get out of here, Streambo. Twitch decides it likes to freeze the stream on my phone basically at the 91-minute mark every single time. 91 must be a lucky number. Or maybe an unlucky number. Guess this is as lucky as you spin it to be. There we go. Now I need some regular gray stained glass. I feel like that'll kind of organize the upper layers, and then the bottom layers again are just they're gonna be the showy layers, the polished produced blocks and the wood types. That's gonna be the bottom, the ground floor. So that'll be the fun part of this part. I don't know, Melly, I think you need to beat the people working at Twitch up. You need to beat them up for making a bizarre and cryptic stream error happen at such a reliable interval. I think you need to write them a complaint. You need to write them a complaint, and at the top of the complaint, you need to write, "I'm writing you a complaint," just to make it extra apparent. I am very unhappy with your employee performance here at Twitch.com. I have had subpar quality from the streams on your platform, and I will have it no longer. No longer will I accept this, because it is unacceptable what has been happening here. Tigotzi, that's a very strange thing. That's a very strange thing to wonder. Wondering what would happen if you got kidnapped. Like if you try to like escape, or like I don't know what you would do in that scenario. Alright, there's the gray stain. I mean, I guess. I mean, you know, it never hurts to be prepared, but also don't live your life as if you're gonna get kidnapped every 3 seconds. I don't know. That's kind of a line. Well, yeah. I guess that is kind of a woman problem. I guess. I shouldn't. Yeah. I guess I understand. I mean, I don't know, do you like carry around like a weapon or mace or something? Or maybe you have like brass knuckles, or maybe very sharp retainers that are like sharp so you can like gnaw at people. Like a little uh, creature with sharp teeth, like a rodent or something. I wonder how much damage braces can cause. Like I feel like braces would add some extra sharpness to teeth. I feel like that would, you know, that's like brass knuckles for your mouth. That's kind of metal. Oh, beautiful. Tigotzi has a knife that looks like lipstick. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's like some secret agent stuff. Yeah, Melly's vampire, so you know, no weapons needed. Melly is vampire. Is Melly also shapeshifter then? Can you like ship shapes? I swear I had some gray glass around here. Now I'm just, you see, I'm digging through all these chests, and that's the exact problem I'm trying to solve right now. Getting into the weeds of it, I guess. Just looking for gray stained glass. Oh no, Tigotzi ate all the gray glass. What'd you have to do all that for? What the heck? You went crunching on the glass in order to sharpen your fangs. I mean, what the nuts? You're a weapon on the streets. I'm just gonna keep looking for it. I know it's in one of these. I thought it was in one of these. I've already looked in those. I'm not gonna go back there again. Yeah, I mean, Millie, I feel like a vampire would have just, I don't know, one or two, like, preset shape shifts. That's how I imagine it. because you're not a shapeshifter. You're like a vampire. You gotta specialize. For instance, I'm not good at a lot of stuff, but I'm pretty good at building in Minecraft, so that's what I specialized in. Luckily, you don't get to see what's going on the other side of the stream on my end. Be glad you're not me. Oh, well, now you see now you kind of piqued my curiosity, T Godsey. Now I kind of want to know what joke you were gonna make, or maybe I don't. I don't know. I feel like whenever people say I don't want to say X or Y thing, but then they say that, they actually do kind of want to say it, but also like they don't. But like they want to pique people's curiosity in order to get them in on whatever questionable joke there is about to be. It's a primer, I guess. It saves you from being too out of pocket. Well, consider yourself primed, I guess, if you really feel like it. Alright, Melly, have fun reinstalling Twitch. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I think you and I have had, our fair share of things. I said freak in the streets. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Now I understand. Well, it wouldn't be a glitchy stream without a gaff that could be taken out of context. Oh, God. Well, there's something else that'll haunt me if someone else ever brings it up again. Wouldn't be a glitchy stream without some kind of ramification. Whatever you put out into the world will come back and bite your butt eventually. Ram? Wait, when did I say ram? I mean, I am having RAM issues. Or something. There's something screwy with my computer. I still haven't quite been able to figure that out yet. Probably never will. Probably get a new one day. One day. No, I did not say that. I did not say that, T Godsey. I know I didn't say that. No, no, no. No, that okay. Now you see at, now you're trying to put words in my mouth. I did not. I did not. Now you see you're trying to twist the situation here, T Godsey. I know what I said. I did not say that. I did not say that unless I am actually losing it. I didn't. I didn't. They're trying to frame me, everybody. They're trying to frame me and make me say things that I never said. Never said it. Did I say that? Did I say that? No, 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 no. I'm actually losing it. I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth anymore. I'm just saying stuff and it's like compounding. I'm actually losing it. I'm actually losing it, Tigatsi. I swear to God. I don't even remember what I said 5 seconds ago. There's just like this stream of consciousness that's coming out of me and like I have no control over it. I'm actually losing it. I'm actually losing it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here, I'm going to put this stuff in the auto sorter because the auto sorter works now. Yippee! We're slightly functional. We're slightly functional. Netherrack, we'll deal with you later. Let's see. Can't sort everything yet, though. Soul soil, soul sand. Don't have spots for those. Don't really know if I want spots for those. Can sort this stuff. Can't sort netherrack. It is a little bit limited. There's going to be a lot of whatnots. Guess I need to figure out how to do whatnot storage. Maybe that'll go in the back or something. I sure hope everything's functioning as intended over there. I'm just gonna trust the process. You know, the more I think about it, copper golems really are pretty good for like the last leg of storage, because I don't want to like have an individual chest that's just for like buttons or something, you know? Like, because that's never going to get filled up for like oak wood buttons. Like, that's just going to be wasted space. But if I just have a copper golem that looks over all the buttons and switches and stuff, it can just, you know, sort my whatnots. Like I said. So, honestly, I think that's a good use case for the copper golem. It does still have a use case. It covers that last leg. That last leg of the sorting process. Unless I just don't know how to build an auto sorter, which I probably don't. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just following a guide dumbly without really understanding the fundamentals, but, well, wouldn't be me if there wasn't some kind of gross oversight. These streams truly are nasty from time to time. And I did intend to say that. That actually went through the entire brain filter, so I don't want to hear it. I didn't take that one out of context. I meant what I said. Let's see here. So now we need to figure out what will go on the ground floor. What will go on the ground floor? I would like, well, I know. So we're going to have logs and planks. And that will take up a sizable amount of storage. Logs and planks will. So I'll just make some room for that to start out. So I need cherry. I'm not going to do bamboo. Bamboo is one day I'll make an auto bamboo farm, so it'll just be in the bamboo area. But dark oak, spruce, birch, cherry, mangrove. I don't think I'll have much to do with acacia, so I'll just kind of let that filter into the bottom of the sorter. And life will be good. Life will be good. So let me, just gotta, well, I'll probably have some lumber going on in here. I have dark oak. Alright, so just a little something to get us started off with. I know I have some cherries somewhere. I have a bunch of cherries somewhere. Do I want the nether woods? I don't feel like I'll be building with the nether woods that much. Maybe the purple one, maybe crimson. But I really, it's more of a niche use case. You can see I've used it there with, I kind of like how they go here. I don't really like the building itself, but I like the color palette. This kind of deal here. So that was a little experiment. Nothing wrong with an experiment. You learn from it. There. I can put that in the auto sorter. I can put this in the auto sorter too. Wow. Wow, very fancy. Now I'll just grab some things I can drop in there. I may as well. May as well. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the cherry. I know I had a bunch of cherry around here somewhere. I think it's around here. There we go. There it is. Okay. So that'll be that. And how do I want to sort the woods? I'll sort them by shade. So I want to have the pale. I want to have the pale variant. So that'll be at the very left side, and then it'll gradually go all the way to the dark oak. So this will be the second shade, and I'm just gonna do like just one. Or, well, I guess I need two since I'm doing logs and planks. So log, plank. This is a time whenever I have to wonder: is it necessary to have both? Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have some surplus planks, so whatever. Whatever. I don't write the rules here. I'm just gonna go along with it. There. And we're gonna root you all up in there, because I can do that now. Isn't that nice? That's nice and convenient. And, let's see, I need pale. I need pale. So, we will chop down some pale trees, because this is a nice wood variety to have around. I know it's a little basic. I know it's a little HGTV. I know it's a little luxury vinyl, but it's nice. Sometimes neutrals are nice, but not too much. All things should be in balance. A little bit of HGTV is okay, but too much is too much. Get out of here, sad beige. Unless you're paired with a nice muted color. Or a nice warm orange, or, you know, a nice navy blue. Then sad beige becomes happy beige because it has friends. Just all things in moderation. That's really the key. Really the key to anything is just a good balance. Not too much of one or the other. It's called taste. It's called taste. Oh, hey, Melly. Welcome back. It still buffers, you say. Still buffers. I'm sorry to hear that. I can't help you with that, but sorry. That's all I can offer is my apologies. Alright. And we'll get that sorted in. There we go. Now I got that. Sorry about the clicking also. I'll go away from it soon. Alright, so we have that. We have we're just gonna go from light to dark. So pale, then cherry, then we'll do do little silly songs every now and then, you know. We do a little bit of silly songs here on stream. I need birch now. I need birch because that's another wood type that I build with on occasion. And I'm not too worried if some of these storage slots go underutilized for now, because I'm building for whatever future Glitchy decides to do, because future Glitchy is extremely unpredictable. I can never quite pinpoint what he's going to do next, so I just need to account for at least some of the bases I think I'll be covering. Unless I undergo major life changes in the meantime, but unfortunately, in a lot of situations, I'm simply incapable of changing, even if I really want to, because I just lack consistency from time to time, and I feel like a lot of parts of my identity, including the unsavory ones, are just kind of locked in by now, so I'm just along for the ride, basically. I'm just along for the ride. Tigatsi asks, have you watched The Walking Dead? Yes, I've watched like the first few seasons. I didn't watch all of it, but I've seen a good bit of it. I've seen a good little bit of it. The early parts I've seen, like maybe like the first third of it. I don't know. You know, it's a long series. It's a long series. Oh, night night, Melly. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Night night. Oh, how we hate technical frustrations. At least it provided enough um, resistance for Melly to finally go to bed. She needs to sleep more. But yeah, I've seen The Walking Dead a little bit. Yeah. Get some of these bad boys chopped down. You're gonna go in my auto sorter. You'll be a building one day. You freaky trees. Tigazzi asks, The Rookie? Is The Rookie a show? Now, you got a little lucky whenever you said Walking Dead because I haven't watched too many shows. Is The Rookie a show? I haven't seen The Rookie if it is a show. I haven't seen The Rookie if it is. What's The Rookie about if it is a show or a movie? I've seen a few movies. A few. I'm a little bit uncultured, but you know. Thought I saw something walking around back there. What you doing, Project Zomboid? What you doing back there? There's something scampering around in the brush. I swear I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Unless my eyes deceive me. I got crazy eyes. That should be enough to satisfy the auto sorter. There we go. Gotta put just enough in the hopper to, push it over the edge. It's like a balance. It's like a balancing scale. That's what the auto sorter is like. I certainly couldn't have come up with it by myself. That's why it's nice to follow a guide or an example. I feel like there's some things you can come up with on your own, but not all of it. If you were tasked with coming up with everything, it probably wouldn't have that good of a result. That's why I like going off of, things that have been kind of refined and perfected, and then I can adopt it for my own uses. That's just how the world works sometimes. The auto sorter is a perfected type. The wheel is a perfected type. But you can kind of, there's a little bit of wiggle room in there. Guess it's a matter of knowing of what works and what doesn't. There's some stuff I did in here that didn't quite work, but this is my first big foray into auto sorting. Gotta get it wrong to get it right. Alright, so we have light, darker, darker. What next? Oak? Guess I could throw some oak in there. I need more oak than that, though. Need more oak than that. Let's see here. Let's see. Mama Michelle. Where is my oak? Oak. Jungle. I'll throw some jungle in there too. Tigotzi says, The Rookie is a cop show. Really funny. You should watch. Tigotzi asks, what do you watch? I watch just like random YouTube slop. Just like random YouTube slop. I don't know. I don't really watch that much. Sometimes I listen to just whatever little tunes are coming through my Spotify's, but or I don't know. Sometimes I listen to Wendigoon in the background. You know, he's got some fun stuff to say, or just whatever news stuff. I don't watch Princess Diaries. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Godsey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just like I don't know if you were the one that asked if I watched like there's a lot of stuff I just haven't watched. There's a lot of stuff I haven't. Mostly just because I can't be bothered to pay for subscriptions to stuff. I'm just like, oh god, it's gonna be another monthly drain on my wallet. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't really, I don't really do paid subscriptions. I try to avoid them as much as I can. That's why I resort to YouTube slop. That's where I get all my information from. That there is the public broadcasting of our modern age. Oh, Princess Diaries is on YouTube. Well, I guess I'll check it out sometime. I really don't know what it's about. I've seen The Princess Bride. I've seen that. That's pretty culture. I've seen that. It's good. I liked that. It was a good movie. I've seen E.T. I've seen a lot of like old media because that's just kind of like stuff we had on DVD, just kind of around the house that I watched as a young lad. Or we have like a bunch of old VHSs and stuff laying around. I watch those just because we just have them. We have them. I don't have to subscribe to them. I inherited them. So yeah, I watch that stuff. Nothing, not too much of the current zeitgeist though. I have seen a few things with friends and stuff though. Sometimes, sometimes some of my Discord friends and I will have little movie viewing events. So that's kind of my little window into what's going on. Tigotzi says, you are Quitans. Is that a internet personality? Quit Kwittan. I'm gonna look that up real quick because I don't know who or what that is. Who the what the why the Quittans. Shut up. You shut up, T Godsey. No. No, 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 no. Oh God. Oh no, no. Hello. Hello. Hello, Discord. Oh no. Oh God. I guess I do kind of fit the Discord moderator archetype, don't I? Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Uh-uh. That's a step too far. Oh God. Oh. Well, had to be one of us, I guess. Had to be one of us. The boater hat. The boater hat that I wear is just enough to create a plausible deniability to depart us from the fedora. Different hat, same guy. Sorry, everyone. It appears I'm in my moderator arc. Sorry it had to be this way. Okay, now I need next shade. So we have oak here, and then this one will be jungle. That one will be jungle. And what will this one be? Spruce? We'll have spruce there and dark oak there, and that leaves us a few more slots that I can fill up, and then we have that whole other side. So, I'm feeling pretty good with all this. I'm feeling pretty good about how this whole sorter thing is panning out. So that's good. That's good, and we can just plug and chug on this jungle log right here. So let's see. Let's see here. Oh, geez. Okay, so there, and then jungle will go right there, like that. All right, all right, all right. There we go. There we go. Oh, gee whiz. What kind of stuff do you like to watch, T Godsey? Princess Diaries on YouTube? I've seen a couple of medias, but just a little bit, just a little bit here and there. T Godsey says, "Hello Kitty, Adventure Island videos." Huh. Well, that's cool. Are those like animated or? I know Hello Kitty is like a thing. Oh. Walking Dead and James Cameron Avatar. Oh, the Hello Kitty thing was a South Park joke. Oh, okay. So South Park 2 then. I'll lump in South Park. I saw that they came out with the third Avatar movie. I'm surprised they already came out with the third one because it took them like 10 years for the second one. So I thought there'd be a similar stretch of time for the third one. You know, they came up with the idea for Avatar like, I don't know, like 30 years before it actually, like, before the first movie released, and they were just waiting for the technology to catch up. Like, that's how long that had been in the works for. So I don't know, it's just, compared to that, the third one releasing is like breakneck pace. I saw the second one. I saw the second one in theaters. Not the third one. Not the third one. I thought it was a quite visually stunning experience, but I can't remember the story for the life of me. I guess that's how Avatar movies are, though. At least it's like eye candy, I guess. At least until the blue people start gyrating. I'm a little bit cultured. A little bit. A little bit, Tikatsu. A little bit. A smidge. A hair. I've seen a few things. Not everything, though. Who's really seen everything? Maybe there are media buffs out there. Well, you know, I spend most of my free time just up here in the Minecraft world, placing blocks and stuff, as I shut out the real world and all it has to offer. Also, pardon my sniffles, it is allergy season. Yeah, well, you know, we all procrastinate a little bit, you know. No, it's just yeah, you know, I'm not spiraling. No. This is a adequate amount of procrastination. Okay, this is adequate, just adequate enough for me to be on the hot plate next week and, you know, crank out a paper, and I'll like lock myself in my room with something caffeinated and really crank her out, really crank out a paper. Yeah, that's gonna be this weekend too. I gotta write 12 whole pages. I know 12 isn't a big number, but 12 is a lot to type, even if it is double spaced. Oh god. Oh god. It'll be fine. It'll be over after next week. The week of pain. That's what it is. The week of pain. And it happens. That's just a thing that happens every now and then. It's completely avoidable. It is. I acknowledge that. So, whatever whatever happens next week, however this paper writing process goes, however much pain I have to go through in writing it, will be completely self-inflicted, and I completely acknowledge that. And I'm going to continue playing Minecraft until the panic drive takes over, which I estimate will happen at some point this weekend. Tigatsi says, I am panic. What are you panicking about? What you gotta panic about? You got a paper you gotta write? We love seminar papers. Yes, we do. I love them. I love them. I love writing papers. Yes, I do. Ah, Tigatsi messed up the coloring page. Well, it's a digital coloring page, isn't it? Can't you just, like, press undo or something? The goose. The goose coloring page. Yeah. I hate this time of year. Oh, Tigazzi says my whole color theme is wrong. Oh no. Oh no. It says it's an I stepped on a Lego page. Oh no, God. That sounds horrific. Absolutely horrendous. Truly, truly rancid. Maybe just need to add a little something. Maybe you just need to color theory it up a little bit. Maybe just add in some complementary colored highlights and shadows. Maybe that's all you need to make it nice and aesthetic. Okay, so I need some dark oak going on in here. Okay, there's some dark oak right there. And I'm just gonna plop it in there. I'm just gonna... Oh no! Something's gone screwy with these chests over here. Hold on. Hold on. Must be on a claim border. That's gonna get screwed up. There's like a terrible patchwork of claim borders in this base. It's truly awful. I can't really do anything about it though because some of it's my claims, some of it's other people's claims. It's a whole mess. It works though. It works, I guess. Where is the spruce? Alright, there's the spruce, so I guess this will be the last wood type that I'm interested in putting in the sorter. So there we go. There we go. There's a nice gradient of wood types from pale to dark. So now we have a few more slots to play around with. We have prismarine on that end. We have all the prismarine stuff. What else do I want down here? Maybe the polished variants of the stone types? Because I feel like I have a bunch of those laying around, so I could do like, like polished granite. Maybe the tough stuff. Maybe tough stuff. Like polished tough, maybe. Definitely stone bricks. I definitely want stone bricks down here. Yeah. So we'll get some, like polished granite and all of that. I guess we can send these glass blocks up into the sorter now. Those have a spot. Here's a happy home for the glass blocks. Isn't that nice? There, we could put the jungle planks in there too. I'm gonna lose the glass again. What? I'm gonna lose it? What do you mean? Is it getting eaten somewhere? It might be. Did I lose the glass Oh, I hope I'm not gonna lose it. I don't know. I think it's going to the right spot. Oh, geez, now I'm second-guessing myself again. Well, I guess never hurts to not be too confident, so let me just see if it's going into the right place. I need to label all these, too. That's something else I need to do. So it should be going right there. I guess it's already gone in there. There's some glass. Those are suspiciously perfect stacks, though, now aren't they? It's still going up in there. I mean, that's all glass going up in there. It must have just not made its way down there yet. See, it's going through there. Guess this is a good test. And it's still going through. I'd say it's looped around by this point. It goes zigzag. Glass is all the way down here, so it'll take a minute. Oh, yep, oh, it's sorting in. It's doing the thing. We're good. We're good. Nothing to worry about here. It's sorting like it should be. Yeah. It's a little annoying to listen to, but whatever. I can throw this in there too. Just set it and forget it. Kind of clearing things out a little bit. It's pretty nice. It's pretty annoying to listen to, though, isn't it? I haven't had any tunes tonight. I wonder what C418 or Lena Rain or that Aaron guy has to offer us. I can put dirt in there. I can put sandstone in there. I can. Oh no, that's the old fill blocks. I'll just let those die and despawn and shrivel. This whole chest is whatnots. I'm not dealing with redstone components. You can see the limitations of the auto sorter. Oh my god, I don't think I sorted it for regular stone. I'll throw that in there somewhere too. Because I know I have a bunch of regular stone. I can put that in there. It's very limited, but it'll get the job done. At least for my purposes. It'll definitely get rid of a lot of the backlog that I have. I'll say that much. There. Just throw all that in there. I don't have that yet. Put the granite up in there, sand, gravel. And we'll just craft these so that we can just put those through there. Well, I like to use these for trees, so I won't craft those. And we'll just, I can't put that one in there yet. That's kind of frustrating. Very gamerly. Very gamerly indeed. Alright, let's make a spot for stone, smooth stone, and stone bricks. That'll be my next line of the agendas. I'll just put stone down on the bottom. I'll just send stone to the bottom. There's some stone. Oh, nope, those are placeholders. I'm starting to droop a little bit too. Might need to go to bed here in a few. There's some more stone bricks. Alright. Alright. We're getting her squared away. I think, we're getting it handled pretty well. Pretty dang well. Where's my normal stone at, though? Where is my stone? There's some stone. Alright, so we'll send that down there. We'll send stone bricks, smooth stone. We'll send all that down there. I think that'll be fine. Chiseled stone bricks. I don't think I'll put in there because I don't think I have enough to justify it in here. Just trying to get all the basics in here. That's my mango. That's my mango. Right, so stone, smooth stone, and stone bricks. There we go. So now all of that will now be sorted into the system. So good. Good. Good, good. I guess I could also route some other bricks into there as well. So maybe actually, well, let's see where. Let's see. So that's stone bricks. Okay, so I'll do like all the bricks and stuff over here. This will be like the brick section. So, oh yeah, deep slate variants. I guess I'll also make some room for that. Yeah, the bottom floor, that'll be the fun kind of polished blocks and stuff, like I said. Stone bricks. Well, I guess we could just throw that into the system now. Yeah. You see, we're getting it all squared away here. It's going good. It's going good. Black stone, smooth basalt. I know it pairs really good with calcite, but I don't know if I want to make a spot for it in the machine or not. I'd have to reorganize up there a little bit. I'm not really sure if I feel like doing that right now. Not really sure if I do. So I need what deep? I have stone bricks somewhere. Stone bricks. Okay. So stone bricks, tough bricks, deep slate bricks, and brick bricks, because I have a lot of those too. Tough. I guess there's also variants of tough bricks now, aren't they? Aren't there? Do I want to add those? I feel like I have a lot of this stuff, so yeah, I guess I could drop that in there. Jeez. Oh, God. There's deep slate bricks. There, we can throw that in there. Yeah, we can sort all this crap in here. Wow. And eventually I'm gonna have like a line of hoppers running under the street, so I can just throw away my random crap at any time and it'll get sorted up into here. Eventually. It doesn't have to work fast, it just has to work. Wait a minute. I didn't sort for this stuff yet. But I did for this stuff. Yep. No, not for that yet. Gosh dang it. I need a sandstone variant spot too. Tough bricks. Tigotsi says, so make a red balloon because of all the drains. A red balloon? What's a red balloon? from it. From the drains. That's an idea. No, the movie. Yeah, you've gone over my head. I don't know. I don't know, bestie. That's you've gone over my head a little bit. Dang. I'll turn you down a little bit too. Tough. I'm on a tough mission. I'm on a tough mission. Tough stuff, bro, dude. I know. It's tough. Tough stuff. I don't know how else to say it. Let's screw off, you little freaks. Let's see, I'm gonna get the bricks in here. Actually, maybe I have enough for the bricks in the auto sorter. I'm gonna get the bricks in here, and I'm gonna sign off for the night. I think, cause I'm a sleepy, and I need to catch some Z's, cause I'm on a schedule. So let me just get the tough bricks sorted out in here, and then I might just call it a night. I'm out of fireworks. I'm out of golden carrots, and quite frankly, I'm just out of energy. So let me figure out where the tough sorted out to. I think it's up here somewhere. Hopefully I have enough. I don't have enough. How unfortunate. That's alright. That's alright. I'll just warp down here and just dredge some up from the bottom of the earth. From the crusty, musty bottom of the map. The deep, dark crevice. There we go. That should be enough. And I'll turn you into bricks. I'll just get the basic bricks down. Oh god, there's a bunch of freaks down here. Hold on, let me delete them. They just got deleted. That's the exploit they don't want you to know about. Blackstone. Wait, why is Blackstone in here? I didn't sort for that. Did I? Did I sort for Blackstone? Oh god, I'm out of firework rockets. Why did I do that? I don't want that here. You see, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. There. That's what I want. That's what I want there. Okay, normal stone bricks, great. Then we'll do deep slate stone bricks, and while we're at it, just to make a nice friendly little gradient, we'll throw polished blackstone in there too. Great. Great. Okay. Okay, well, that's... We've solved a couple of problems for the night at least. Alright. Alright, and Minecraft only crashed once tonight. Alright. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and make sure to Click the bell, ring the bell, subscribe, whatever else. Oh, who cares? Night night, everybody. Peace out.